this is your sign to stop, get up, and just move to another country. Hi, I'm Selena, international teacher, and I'm currently in Texas, but I will be moving to Brazil soon. And let this be an encouragement that though you are a teacher, you can combine being an educator and being a traveler together. You don't have to just choose. So let's talk about how I am going to Brazil and how I ended up there. Some Amazon packages that I need to get through, so I thought we could do all of this together. How I'm going to Brazil. It's so exciting. I cannot wait. I never thought that I would be moving to Brazil. Okay, it's never been on my radar. Not for any particular reason. I don't know. I just didn't think about it much. But to rewind to 2025, it was October, November, and I was going through the hiring process of international schools. So I was looking at different schools around the world, like in Western Africa, Europe, and also South America. I was more keen on South American schools because it's closer to home. I live in Texas, so I was like, well, that's really close, especially if I was to go to Mexico. Like, that would have been like an hour flight, maybe 2 hours, but still like so close. Let me just look at those schools. But again, I wanted to keep my options open, right? So I'm applying to different schools throughout the countries that I was interested in. And one day I got an email. And the email was from a school in Brazil. I thought it was scam. Like, why would a school email me? That's never happened to me before. But something told me to open it. So I did. I opened the email, and I'm so glad I did. Because in the email it said, "Dear Selena, we think you'd be a great fit based off of your profile, and we would love for you to apply for a position at our school." I was like, this is interesting. Like, am I getting scouted? I've heard about this before from my other teaching friends, but really it has never happened to me before. So I was like kind of honored. No, I was just surprised and happy that a school was interested in me based off of my profile. I got something so exciting. Okay, look at this cute passport holder. So I had gotten a passport holder when I was in Kenya and I really liked it. However, when I put my passport inside, the glue was sticking to my passport, which is a big no-no. So hopefully this one is better, and I love the color. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So I decided to just go ahead and apply to a position at the school because it looked really nice and it seemed like it would be a good fit for me. Well, the rest is history because the interview process went really well. They answered all of my questions, and it just seemed like it would be a place where I could grow professionally, academically, and also just as a person with the location of the school in Brazil. So yeah, that's how I am going to Brazil, a place that was never on my radar, but now I'm so excited. I did a little visit to Brazil in December of 2025 with my sister, and I absolutely loved it. I feel like it's such a beautiful country, and a perk of me moving there is that I already have a friend that lives there, so this will be a first for me. I've never moved somewhere where I knew somebody already, and now to be on my 5th move and hopefully my last. Okay, I'm really hoping. It's just really cool to already know someone who could help me because I will be learning Portuguese. Absolutely. So let's continue with what I got from Amazon. Now I've been packing, and I'll insert some clips here of just all of my bags. It's really a lot because I'm not wanting to repurchase or rebuild a wardrobe when I'm there. And after having moved a few times at this point, I just think it's easier to just bring all of your stuff with you rather than letting go of everything and then having to repurchase. I just feel like it's a added stress to moving abroad when you have so many other things. And I'd rather focus on my job and building a life and making friends compared to focusing on building a wardrobe, you know? I really don't want to buy a lot of things, just like small necessities that I either had to give away when I was moving from Kenya back to Texas and then now to Brazil, and just other like few little things. This passport folder is one. My mom and I are sharing an account, therefore this might not even be mine, but let's see. Yep, it's hers. I, of course, will be posting videos here on YouTube of my life in Brazil, what it's like to be an international teacher, and so on. But if you're wanting more consistent updates, you can follow me on Instagram, where I post a lot, and I would love to see you over there. You can say hi. Also, I want to share some other things that I have bought off of Amazon as a teacher that I really do stand by. Because I will be bringing some of those things with me because I just think it makes life easier. I have a full list of my favorite classroom and teacher products from Amazon on my Amazon storefront, which is linked down below, so you can check that out. But let me show you some of my favorites that will be making my suitcase this time around of me going to Brazil. Let's go through some of the things. Now, I don't have it with me. I think it's already packed, but a timer. I love the magnetic timers. Here's a picture of what it looks like. And I like to have that in the classroom, not only for the students to know like how much time they have left in rotations or doing independent work, but also helps keep me accountable of like how long we have until independent work time is up. So definitely recommend. I also really love these pouches because they're magnetic, if you can see, and if you have a magnetic board, this is awesome because I'm always losing pens and pencils and markers. I'm sure if you're a teacher, you can relate. Like I end up coming home with markers in my lunchbox, or I have pencils in my jeans, or just like randomly in my backpack, and then when I get to school, I can't find anything. So when I have this on the board, I can put all of my stuff in there and it stays. I'm an elementary teacher, and you already know the fidgets are king nowadays, not only just for like a positive reward, but just regulation. Sometimes I use them myself, and personally I like quiet fidgets because I get overstimulated in the classroom. There are already so many kids talking and there's just like a lot going on. So if I can find ways to keep my kids engaged without making a ton of noise, that is awesome. So I love these spinners here. They're really colorful, and then I like that they have like a pop-it, so it's sort of like a 2-in-1. They're really popular. The kids love them. And then this as well. Now these kind of bother me a little bit because of the sound, but the kids love them. So every now and then I'm like, okay, fine, you can take this one if you want. You have to have them. These are some of my favorites, but the squishies are also really popular, and I'm trying to think what else my kids like. Oh, they just like the pop-it ones in general. Stamps. I'm missing a stamp, I think. No, all of them are in here. But these stamps I really like because sometimes I don't want to write their grade on there, or I was just coming from a school that was standards based, and so I couldn't put grades, but I did want to put some sort of positive feedback that was immediate, especially on like exit tickets or checks for understanding or doing independent work where I'm not essentially grading it, but I am just sort of looking to see their progress and if they're implementing the skill or lesson that I taught that day. So yes, these stamps are really great. The kids love them because they're different colors and they have different sayings on them, and they're just really popular. So I will be bringing this with me to Brazil. I absolutely have to bring with me to Brazil are these. Okay, I'm not even sure what they're called, but they're in my Amazon storefront, so if you want to look them up, I highly recommend. I love these, especially for centers or rotation stations, whatever you call them, because you can change out the centers and students can write on this with whiteboard markers and they erase easily. Now, I have tried in the past using those paper protectors that people put in binders, but I'm really not a fan because the whiteboard markers do not come off easily. And if you use highlighters, forget it. It's just like permanently stained. And then you're having to use like hand sanitizer to clean it. Is really not my favorite. But these are Yeah, I hope this really encourages you that if you are an elementary teacher or just a teacher in general in America or somewhere else and you're wanting something different, I highly encourage that you look at international schools because you can combine working as a teacher and also living in a different country. And for me, that was just like a match made in heaven. And starting off can be a little scary because you don't know where to look, how to pick the school, what a teacher profile even means. And I totally get it. I was there when I first started. It was so overwhelming. I had so many deadlines when I was starting off, and it was just kind of frustrating. And I just wish I had someone there to help guide me through the process. If you're someone who's wanting to start off your international teaching journey or to continue it and would like some guidance, you can book a one-on-one call with me, and I'd love to help you in your teaching journey so that you can find your dream job abroad. Ladies, men, and everyone in between, you do not have to be struggling or sad in your job in a place that you're kind of bored of being in, right? Like, why not switch it up? Life is short. Live a little. And if you don't like it, you could always go back home. I haven't gone back home yet because I do really like it. And I'm really happy. And I'm so excited for my time in Brazil. I can't wait to see what's in store for me in my new school, my new country, and everything that happens. So until next time, bye.